Hello and welcome back to Project 380. In this video I'm going to be installing the D2 struts and bags. In the previous videos I've made and installed a custom exhaust to accommodate for an air ride air tank, installed the air tank and the compressor, and today it's time for the struts and bags, or the air ride suspension itself, whatever you want to call it. So to get things started we need all four wheels off the ground, all four wheels off, and the bonnet and the boot open. Now during this whole process you want to keep this car on axle stands until the full air ride is installed and there is air in those bags. If you lower it down to the floor without air in the bags, firstly you could damage the air suspension, and secondly you're probably not going to get the jack out from underneath the car. So as you can see, the car is up on axle stands. I've just got one wheel left to remove, and I think I'm going to start off by installing the rear air suspension. Now when you're installing this you want to concentrate on one axle at a time. For example, the front or the back. This will all become clear why in a little bit. So let's remove that wheel and start removing the old coilovers. When removing the rear suspension, the first thing I would do is undo the anti-roll bar. I'm going to take out the bottom bolt. I've already taken out the bottom bolt the other side. This is going to allow us to get the anti-roll bar out of the way and pull this wishbone down without fighting with the other side. The next bolt I'll do is the top wishbone to hub bolt. And then the bolt that gives everyone issues, the lower suspension bolt, which bolts the suspension to the wishbone. Now commonly these seize inside the wishbone and then you have to replace the wishbone. But lucky for me, I only installed this a year ago and I greased it up, so that should come straight out. As you just saw, the suspension is nice and free. The coilover is completely detached from all the wishbones. All we've got to do now is the two nuts inside the car. Inside the car, on the right hand side, you're going to have to remove the spare wheel, as the top mount for the suspension is there. And on the left hand side, you're going to have to remove this metal panel here with the carpet in front of it. And the top mount is behind the fuel pipes down there. It's a bit tricky to see, but it's right there behind the fuel pipes. When removing the last nut, you can have one hand inside and one hand on the strut and catch the strut so it doesn't fall to the floor, and carefully maneuver it out. The coilovers I took out are MX5 rods, and I put some coilover covers on them. And this was just over a year ago. Look how clean them coilover covers have kept the coilovers. Now I'm not quite sure why MX5 rod gets so much hate. For the price, I actually really loved these. And they went pretty low. The ride quality wasn't half bad too. The only issue I had is because I was going so low, this little washer didn't sit in the top mount properly. This washer is actually meant to be flat. But when I jack the car up, the spring and the washer would fall down. And when I lower the car down to the floor, the washer and the spring wouldn't quite sit quite right, which has caused this to bend. Hopefully with air suspension I won't have that issue. Now for the airbags themselves. As you can see from the bottom up, it looks like a normal coilover, and then you've got an airbag and a top mount. So we have the ride base height adjustment from the bottom here, and then the air ride height adjustment from here. So we could change the basic ride height by turning the bottom of the body and then locking it off with these two rings. These have 36 different levels of dampening, and you can change that with the tool that's included in the kit. That simply goes in the top of the strut, and you can turn it to adjust it harder or softer. I'm going to go bang in the middle with this and adjust it later when it's on the road and I know whether I want it harder or softer. These can of course stay inside the strut, as this is going to be difficult to get in once it's inside the car. Now as for the basic ride height, you could pretty much set this wherever you want, but my theory is if I take the old coilover with the slack in the spring and make that the same height, with air in these bags I should gain at least 2 inches of lift, And without air, I should be lower than I was before. But once you've set your ride height exactly where you want it, it's a good idea to wrap these threads in some tape so that if you did ever want to adjust it in the future, these threads aren't going to be corroded up and full of debris. So I'm going to install them sit where they are for now and put tape on once I'm happy with the ride height. Now the rear struts are not handed, but as you can see, we've got the air input on one side of the strut, and I'm going to have this facing towards the rear of the car. You'll see why in a little while. I'm fairly happy with my ride height choice, and now I can install the strut into the car. It's going to be a very good idea to grease up that bottom bolt, as you don't want this seizing up on them airbags. Don't fully do up that bottom bolt just yet, as you still want a bit of movement back and forth on the bag. But now we can raise that wishbone up and guide the strut into the chassis and reach round with the other arm and put a nut on that top mount. Now you could go ahead and do up both them top nuts and fully tighten the bottom bolt. Once they're both tight, we can put the top bolt in and tighten that down. And once the bags are installed on both sides, you could go ahead and bolt back in your anti-roll bar. So the air strut is installed on the other side now, and I've reattached the anti-roll bar. The only things left to do are to lock off the ride height rings, connect the air hose, and put the wheel back on. Now I'm not doing any of that just yet. I'm not sure whether the ride height is where I want it. The air hose is coming in a separate video, so I'm leaving the wheel off for now. But that is the back air struts all installed. Now on to the fronts. Compared to the rears, these are a little bit more tricky. I'm not sure why I left the harder ones till last, but with these, the same principle applies. Remove the wheels, disconnect the anti-roll bar from both sides. As you can see, I've swung this right out of the way. This is going to allow us to move the anti-roll bar down a little bit to lower the suspension towards the ground to make it easier for us to remove the coilover. So the next thing we want to do is remove this lower bolt that holds the coilover to the lower arm. Now you should be able to push down on the suspension a little bit, and the suspension will push out of the lower arm. Now we can undo these two top bolts. And now it's just a case of wiggling the suspension so you can push the bottom towards the engine and the top pull that out of the arch. And it's out. Now the front bags, for some reason, are handed. So I've got the front left one here, as we're now putting it in the front left. I've already set the ride height to exactly where the old coilover is, including all the slack in the spring. And I'm going to fit it so the air input is at the front of the car. You'll see why in a little bit. So the air strut the other side is all installed and the anti-roll bar is reconnected both sides. Now the air line, you can see why I've installed it at the front. There's a little rubber grommet here, which if yours has ABS, that's where the ABS wire comes out of. And I think that'll be an ideal place to run the air line to the strut. But that is for the next video. For now, the wheels are staying off and the car is staying in the air. But that is all 4 air struts installed and ready for the air lines. So that's all for this video. In the next video, I'll be plumbing everything in and wiring everything up. So stay tuned for that video. Like, comment, share and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.